Hello, and welcome to this talk about accounting at Ulster University at the Belfast campus. Our undergraduate programme, full-time programme, is called Accounting Pathways. And what we're going to do today is we're going to look at why you should study accounting at Ulster, what you will learn, how you will be taught, how you will be assessed, and how we support you and the future career opportunities that are there for you. So if we start off, I suppose, at the end, if you like, the future careers in accounting. There are lots and lots of exciting opportunities in accounting if you've got an accounting background. And, people very often think about, students very often think about the traditional accounting role, which would be the accounting in practice. But in fact, accountants are involved in a wide range of businesses and also in the public sector. So you've got accountants working in industry and working in commercial organizations. We've got a lot of accountants working in the public sector, be that health, in education, in the civil service, or in one of the arm's length bodies that deliver services. And we've got a good quotation there from Helen Brand, who's the chief executive of ACCA, which is one of the professional accounting bodies. And she says that while ACCA members may not have been at the forefront of saving lives in this pandemic, they have most certainly been at the vanguard of protecting livelihoods. So behind the scenes, we had accountants working on grant claims, on making sure that money was in place and reporting in the public sector, particularly in the health sector, but also for businesses to ensure that businesses were getting that money that was due to them, etc. And the skills you build up through an accounting undergraduate program equip you to enter many of the many different sectors. There is a high demand globally for accountants, and they're very transferable. The skills that you build up are transferable. And for this particular program, many of our students will have secured employment, graduate employment, before they graduate. In fact, some of them secure their employment as soon as semester one of second year. So, just when they've been in the program for a little over a year. And that's through our contacts with employers. So why should you study at Ulster? First of all, we're very innovative. We're cutting edge in some respects in the way that we teach. We've got 91% student satisfaction in the NSS for the latest NSS in 2022. And the NSS is the National Student Survey, which is independently conducted survey of all final year students to see whether they are satisfied with our with the course. We've got top class facilities, a brand new campus in the centre of Belfast, state-of-the-art teaching facilities and support facilities, computer facilities, including the Bloomberg Lab. We've got very strong professional networks. So many of us come from our professionally qualified, as well as having the academic background. We are also professionally qualified accountants who have worked in practice and in industry. And we also are, have in the past either taught or examined for the professional accounting bodies, or we're involved in the local societies or on the councils of these professional bodies. Very, very strong links with the professional bodies. We've got very strong links with employers. We've got employer-sponsored prizes, and we have very high achieving students. So for our professional networks as a Department of Accounting, Finance and Economics, and as a wider Ulster Business School, we've got a range of professional networks, including the principal professional accounting bodies, but also not everyone who does accounting is going to go down through the professional accounting route. We've got links in there with the finance groups as well, and the Institute of the Chartered Institute of Securities and Investment being one. So what you will learn, well, I suppose what you learn at the very beginning is what is accounting, what it's all about, and then how is it done, and why is it done that way. And the whole idea is that we will future-proof your skills. So you'll be learning skills that are transferable, and you'll be learning in such a way that you should be able to apply those then to any role that you may go into in future years. I mean, there are students who are going to enter into an undergraduate program in the next year. You will be coming out in 3 or 4 years' time, and you will be looking at perhaps routes and opportunities that don't even exist now. Certainly in 10 years' time, there'll be new careers out there that nobody would have foreseen. So it's about creating individuals who've got those transferable skills which are future-proof. So what we do is we try to give you skills and experiences that you'll need really to start off your career. And the full-time program, the Accounting Pathways, is a 4-year program with an optional placement year or study abroad year. So some students will do the program in 3 years, and some will take the 4 years and take that year, that placement year. So in the first year, we don't have any prerequisites. So some people will have studied a bit of accounting or business before. Many students will not have done those subjects. So we teach from first principles. In second year, then, we build on those foundations that are laid in first year. And we are, you develop the skills. We've got a careers module in there, skills module in there. And then we start to decide which pathway you would like to study in final year. And you do one subject out of a list of options in that year. Study abroad then, or an industrial placement in third year, and then going on to final year and more applying the knowledge that you have built up in the previous years. So how you're taught, typically you'll have about 12 hours of class, and we would say that really you should be doing about 2 hours study for every hour in class. So a lot of the work happens outside the classroom. You are supported in that by our virtual learning environment, which is Blackboard, by library resources, by studies advisors, lecturer support, online materials that is put up there for you, and links to quizzes and videos and so on. And there's a range of group work and individual work. There's practical exercises if you're looking at some of the pure computational aspects of the business of the course. But when there's reading and reflection, and the group work, the coursework can be, which can be individual also, can be innovative and looking at scenarios, looking at case studies, doing presentations, doing debates, a whole range of activities. But for those subjects or those modules which are professionally accredited for exemptions from professional body exams, it's typically 75% exam, 25% coursework. But some modules will be 100% coursework. So when it moves then to second year, so a number of our students will take either a short-term summer internship, or a number of our students will take the optional placement year. And during that year, they are supported by the university. They work in an approved, with an approved employer. And after graduation, they get an additional award. So they get the BSc Honours Accounting with then the Diploma in Professional Practice. And we have proved statistically that if you do this, if you take the placement year, you're likely to do better in your final year. You get professional employment. Many of our students who do the do the placement year, come back to final year with a job offer, a graduate job offer to go to when they have finished their degree. You obviously do skills development, and some of that learning that you do on the job then helps you in your study in final year. You know, if you've done a placement in tax, that will help your tax module. If you've done a placement in audit, that will help your audit module. And obviously it helps you build your professional network as well. So this experience is really invaluable. There's also the opportunity to go abroad, the study abroad option that most of our students who avail of this opportunity would be the Study USA program. We have students who have been to a number of different colleges. And just a quote there that I got from Ronan, who's will be returning to Belfast in September 2023 to complete his final year. And he said, he's in the University of Indianapolis, and he said, honestly, it's one of the best decisions I have ever made to get out there and to explore a new environment. And obviously that sets you aside from others then when you are applying for jobs, for graduate positions, because you have indicated that you are provided to move outside your comfort zone, to develop new networks, and to build new skills. It's also great fun from what I hear. The professional accreditation then, so we have accreditations with these professional accounting bodies, and you can get maximum exemptions from professional exams dependent on the modules you choose and the mark that you achieve in those modules. But you would be guided through that. So that reduces the number of exams that you have to do after you graduate. Then how will we support you? One of the comments coming through from the NSS that I talked about, where we've got 91% satisfaction, is the support of staff. We've got very friendly, we know who our students are, and all of our staff are very, very supportive. But as a new student, you would be allocated a studies advisor in the first weeks at the university. Typically a studies advisor will be looking after a smaller number of students, and they would be your go-to person. They would meet you one-to-one. We have an open door policy, so every member of staff who's on the teaching staff is required to have hours set aside per week where they are available to meet with students. Online resources and meetings are available. We've got library resources. We've got careers modules built into your degree. So we've got skills module in first year. We've got 2 skills module in first year, and we've got a special skills for work module in second year, which is really like a careers module. Helps you build your CV, your mock interviews, LinkedIn, all of those aids really to get to securing that graduate opportunity. And we also have a very well supported student wellbeing unit who provide additional support to students. So the courses I'm going to look at are the accounting pathway principally, and then the accounting with management, which is our part-time offering. So the accounting pathways, we have 4 related pathways. So the pure accounting, what you would probably thought of being the traditional route. We've got accounting forensics, accounting financial economics, and accounting management. So there are 4 different pathways. Now, you don't have to decide early on what pathway you're going to go down, because in the first year, everyone does exactly the same subjects. And these are, as I said in the previous slide, setting the foundations. So you do, business and the economy, introducing you really to the wider economy and the issues that might impinge on businesses and so on. So you need that grounding really to appreciate the wider picture. We then have a skills module, academic, professional, and managerial awareness, which is setting you up really for the transition from second level school to university. We've got introductory accounting, And those are all semester 1 modules. And then semester 2, we move into the more specialist subjects. So we've got building on introductory accounting. We move into management accounting, principles of management accounting, principles of financial accounting. And then we've got information skills for business, which has a lot of digital content. So, high level digital skills, including Excel, are included in that module. And then in year 2, semester 1 is exactly the same for all students. So in semester 1, you do financial accounting, management accounting, which are building on semester 1 material. And then the skills for work, which is our innovative careers module. And then in second semester, this is where you do your specialization. So 2 of the 3 modules are common for all students. And then you'll see the one in black, the risk management, is the optional one. So you'll be doing one module which relates to your particular pathway. And if you're going down the more traditional route, it'll be risk management. As I said, year 3 is optional. And then in year 4, you do the corporate financial reporting, again, building on management accounting, advanced management accounting, governance, risk and ethics, and tax. And then you do auditing and advanced financial management if you are in pathway 1. So more specialization in final year. For forensics, now forensic accounting is an area where you will be in, many of the accounting practices have specialist forensic units. And what they do is they would do investigations, for money laundering, for court cases, even for divorces, and also for loss of earnings. I know where people have had claims and they've had so it's to do with providing information, witness reports, expert witness reports for courts, and it's a growing area. So year 1 and year 2 are exactly the same, and then it's in final year that you actually do a forensic accounting module in semester 1, and that is followed by a cybercrime and forensic technology module in semester 2. The financial pathways pathway then is a financial economics pathway, is of interest to those who really enjoy the economics aspects of the business of the course and want to build in that. And they do money in the economy, and then in final year they do international finance, economic policy, and money, banking, and other financial institutions, which are courses, which are modules which are available on our financial investment management course or in our economics programs. So they're more onto that end of the accounting discipline. And then the final pathway is management. So in second year, you do a managing people, more general business skills module. And then in final year, you would be doing strategic business planning and leadership and change. So more the strategy and the consulting aspects of the business. Many accountants work in those areas. I would say that regardless of the pathway, the pathway does not determine what career you will have after you graduate. It is, I would say, do the pathway that you most enjoy, and we do give guidance to students as we go through on the different pathways. If you're interested in part-time study, it's basically it's the accounting with management course there, and the core modules are exactly the same. The options are slightly different. The same high quality, the same high achieving students, and the same career opportunities. It does take longer if you're on the pathway program, because you're not doing as many subjects per year. This would be of interest to those who are in employment, or perhaps those who didn't meet the required grades for the full-time program and want to pursue a part-time program in accounting. So I would just add on a couple of caveats here, that we are continuing reviewed our courses to take advantage of the new teaching approaches and developments in research, industry, and the professions. as we are aligned with the professional accounting bodies, if they change the requirements to ensure that we have the exemption, we have to change our requirements also. So please be aware that the modules may change for your year of entry, and the exact modules available and their order will vary depending on the course updates, staff availability, timetabling, and student demand. And please contact the course team for the most up-to-date module list. Our Belfast campus is so exciting. A brand new campus in the Cathedral Quarter. It is a bustling part of the city, and we can accommodate, it's accommodating 15,000 students and staff. And just the summary then for the accounting pathways, the UCAS code is N400. And then for entry requirements and more information, you should just click on the link there, ulster.ac.uk courses. And then details for our Accounting with Management programme. And if you need the entry requirements then are published on the website, and for information on equivalencies and questions about specific circumstances, you should email admissions@ulster.ac.uk. If you need more information, study@ulster.ac.uk. And then finally, UCAS. Ready to apply? We look forward to seeing you. Thank you.